Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl LovelyJodiAnn bringing you back another video. So in today's video, I would like to introduce you guys to a new segment in my channel called Tea Talk Tuesdays. So this segment is all about me drinking some tea and spilling some tea. Every Tuesdays, I'm gonna try my best to put out a video about something that I'm truly passionate about and just something I want to talk about. Tea, when people think of tea, they think about drama and mix up, but no. My goal is to use my platform in a positive way to spread positive energy, positive vibes. And if you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not following me, you should definitely follow me right now. I always try to like post an inspirational quote every morning, just because you just don't know what everyone's going through. You don't know what demons they're battling on a daily basis. If that quote that you post, someone was trying to figure out something and you just posting that quote, they could relate to it and you can take them out of a state that they're in. So that's what I do. I want to use my platform and just speak about different stuff, because if anyone knows me personally, you guys know that I love to speak anything positive and I always try to be optimistic with everything I do. So this segment will just be about just different topics and with a positive aspect to it. So if you guys are interested, keep watching. In today's video, I'll be talking to you guys about how my year has been going so far. When 2019 came around, I had goals. So my goal was to just elevate myself. Elevate myself physically, elevate myself mentally, and elevate myself financially. My goal this year was to save, as I normally do, and I really want to start a YouTube channel. Starting up a YouTube channel, I was trying to hold back a lot just because I felt that I had a lot of insecurities in which I wanted to fix. But thankfully, someone that I work with actually encouraged me to start up the channel, and just everyone around me just kept saying like, no, do it, like people need to see your journey. So I started off in January getting my YouTube channel. I got a lot of positive feedback, and pretty much everything that I've done with YouTube, not pretty much, like everything I've done on YouTube so far is all self-taught. So I've literally watched YouTube videos every single day and did a lot of research on like what it is like to start your own YouTube channel and what I needed to do to get there. So I started to push out content pretty consistently. So now, fast forward, so that happened in January, so now fast forward to around March. If some of you guys didn't know, I was in a relationship, which I did not post. Privacy versus secrecy. So I was keeping my relationship private, but it wasn't a secret to people around me. But yeah, so I was in a relationship and I went through a breakup around March that I chose to walk out of. And then yeah, like I just, moved on with my life. And fast forward, I decided that I would proceed in potentially getting a breast reduction surgery because I just wanted to get some relief off my back. Fast forward to May, got that done. It was amazing. I was so happy, and when I talk about trying to elevate physically, that was something that I felt held a big burden on my shoulder, literally on my shoulder, because it just was painful to just walk around, wanting to feel all confident and so forth, but physically feeling pain because you have a heavy load in front of you. May was great. May, I had my surgery. It went successful. I was very happy with my result. But during that time, I actually started to see different people. Maybe my content wasn't consistent because most of my Jodi ventures was with me going on dates, and I'm not gonna shove a camera and someone who I'm not dating. So yeah, so that's why I was a little inconsistent. But now fast forward to about June, I go back to work after surgery, and then it was just a lot happened. And maybe one day I might get into that, share what happened to me during that time. Just imagine going through something in which no one truly understands how you feel or what you're truly going through. I experienced something that I've never thought in my 21 years of living that I would ever experience. And to be completely honest with you, it's something that really took a toll on my life, in which I've never experienced before, and it really messed me up. It was a very difficult time for me, because just imagine experiencing something in which you've never experienced in your life. So I mean, for some people, sometimes it's debt, it's being cheated on, it is losing your job, just dealing with failure in general. So sometimes when you experience these new experiences, it's really hard to adjust and really come to terms with what's really going on. That situation in which I had to experience in June truthfully really tore me apart. But I stand here to tell you guys that, I sit here to tell you guys that whatever you're going through in your life is now. It is the season. Whatever you're going through is temporary. Just like how you were able to overcome one of your greatest battles 5 years ago, you will overcome anything that you're going through. And I say this to say that what I experienced back in June, I never thought with my strength and everything that I've dealt with, I would have ever felt so weak. I would have ever said the things I said to myself. Like, I would never think that I would have to be put through that. It's just to say that whatever you're going through, you're gonna get through it. But you have to tell yourself that you're going to be great. You're going to be better. You're going to be strong. And that's literally what I had to do when I was dealing with what I was dealing with, because it really took over me. Like, in my 21 years of living, I've dealt with crazy stuff, but I never thought that this situation could ever bring me down. What really kept me is just me speaking positivity to myself and me saying that whatever I'm going through, I'm going to be great. I'm going to be victorious. Because think about it like this. Before this situation happened, who was I? What were my goals before this? And that's what I had to tell myself. I had to constantly tell myself, who was Jodi-Ann before this situation broke her apart? What were my goals? And that's what helped me really overcome what I was going through, because I literally felt alone. And one thing that really makes a lot of sense to me right now, and that like I'm like doing a bit more research in, is literally the law of attraction. And kind of like whatever you put forth in the universe will come back to you. And like if you think about it in a spiritual connection, it's when you have infinite faith in God, God will have a way of coming through for all your needs. So that's like the spiritual element of it, but it's really like whatever you put forth will come back to you. And to think that when everything was happening back in June, bear in mind I just had my surgery in May, it was a lot for me to deal with. And like because I was stressing and a depression, anxiety like came into play, instead of me getting better from surgery, instead of me recovering and becoming more healthy, I was getting worse. I was getting worse. And there was even a time like right after I went to work, right when I got back to work, and whatever happened, I literally had to rush back to the hospital because instead of me getting better, I was getting worse. But I had to snap back and tell myself that who was Jodi-Ann before this? I mean, that's definitely easier said than done. Like, I'm here bawling my eyes out. Yeah, it's temporary, but I'm going through it right now. But it's okay to cry. It's okay to take those couple days off of work to get your head together. But what's not okay is for you to put on bandages on these wounds, on these situations, on these experiences that are not in your favor, but rather to go through that healing process and then rip that band-aid off. Think about it like this. When you have a cut and you put a band-aid on, the cut really needs air to breathe, to form back its skin, but when you put a band-aid on it, that slows down the process. Yes, as soon as you get cut, yeah, put that band-aid on to, you know, stop the bleeding and to cover it so that it doesn't catch any infection. It's just not an open wound, but there comes a time where you need to remove that band-aid and allow it to fully heal. And at the end of the day, this is one thing you need to realize. Everyone can tell you the most positive things, but you have to be able to take yourself out of that situation on your own. The way I had to find peace within myself was overcoming the situation on my own. 70% has to come from you. You have the power to get out of any situation mentally that you want to get out of, but it has to come from within. You have to want to be out of that deep, dark place, and it will happen. And the other 30% is just the encouragement, you getting your mind off of stuff. But the 70% is something that you have to do internally. So, I mean, while I was going through what I was going through, you know, people were encouraging me, giving me advice, you know, taking me out to get my mind off of things. But that 30% was good, but 70% had to come from me. And after going through what I had to go through, I realized that I have the power, and I'll say this, you have the power of coming out of any situation that you want to come out of. You have to just want to get out of that deep, dark place, and it'll happen. My entire life, I've never been optimistic. But when I reevaluate things that happen in my life and when I put forth positivity, how much it has paid off for me, I just choose to be optimistic. For me, what I've always done with everything I've always experienced was I just always had a smile on my face, and I feel like it was through whatever I was putting forth into the universe was coming back to me, because even though what happened had happened, me finding peace within myself was forgiving the people who hurt me. Because I mean, for someone to get up and just hurt you like that with all thoughtfully process is just like, wow, like that's crazy. Like that's literally crazy. But for you to really find peace, you have to be able to let go. Because the more you hold on, you're carrying burdens on your shoulder. And if you want to find genuine peace, you have to be able to let go of those burdens, let go of those baggages that are holding you down. And if you focus on that one hurt, you will continue to suffer. You will continue to feel pain. You will continue to feel sorry for yourself. But if you focus on the lesson and ask yourself, what is this showing me? You will continue to grow. Being optimistic and, you know, trying to put forth positivity in the universe, sometimes you are tested and sometimes negative stuff do reoccur. But always remember your starting point and remember why you started. When you think about why you started and who was I before this situation or what I'm going through, you will overcome anything. If anyone knows me, you guys know that whenever I speak, I'm truly passionate, and my passion comes from experience. I mean, everyone has a story to tell. Everyone's journey is different. You'll always be tested, but remember, life is all about experience. You have to go through one experience to shape you and build you for your future encounter. And I must say that I am grateful for that situation in which I went through in June, just because it helped me grow. It helped me realize that I am strong. I can get through anything and I can overcome any obstacle or any challenges that I want, but I just have to want it for myself. So I encourage you today, stay positive. Whatever you're going through, it's just a season, it's just temporary, and you can overcome it, and you will overcome it. Thank you.
I'ma make it for certain. I know it's all gonna be worth it. No, I won't back down.